Okay, last week or a few days ago, I put up a video about how when a riot happens after a sporting event, it's not a big deal. It never sticks to the NBA or the NFL or the team like the Philadelphia Eagles. Like boy, back every time they win the Super Bowl, they have a riot. Yay! Yukon Huskies had one. And anyway, I got this vibe really when I went to the World Bank protests circa, I don't know, it was like 2002 or whatever, like 500,000 people in Washington, D.C., really huge. I got back, spoke to the local news as a local who had actually been there. And they were like, well, what were you scared? What was the violence like? And I didn't see any. It was calmer than a Packer tailgate. So anyway, what I did this time around is I collected a bunch of sports riots where, the military's not called in or anything like that. So watch. 2010, Lakers win the NBA championships. Finals. People celebrating. Sports. It's not the Lakers' fault or the NBA's fault. This is just a few fans. It has nothing to do with fans in general being hooligans or gathering people knowing that there's going to be a riot after Game 7 of a championship or a Super Bowl. I mean, even though it happens again and again. But hey, it's billionaires making money, so this is okay that their fans do that. But if somebody is doing something for civil rights, my God, this is terrible. Let's call out the army, right? Let's call out the army. Where's the army? Why isn't the army lined up after the Super Bowl? Because it's not a fair thing. If it's billionaires selling alcohol and junk food in front of kids, hey, that's okay. That's okay. This is a little side effect of doing business. That's okay. Yeah, I guess people who went to the Lakers game, I guess they should be expelled from their colleges and stuff. Right? Like, what happened on like Columbia College's campus that compares anything to like anything like this? It's insane. The Chicago Bulls had riots for 5 out of 6 of their championships. This is the number 2 championship.
But let us show you how this whole event began. Believe it or not, this street was empty at one time. And when we got the final gun in this event, in this second championship for the Chicago Bulls, here you see it. The street's filling up. You see the 2 taxi cabs there on the right. And it was just moments before this street was an ocean of people. Now, Carol, let me tell you one thing, referring again back to last year. It was our experience that really this event went on for about an hour. They got the celebrating out of their system, and the crowd started to disperse and go off into the neighborhoods or into other areas to celebrate. For the time being, though, we must tell you, it appears that this crowd is building here at Russian Division. And for the time being, the 90 Chicago police officers assigned to this particular event are just having to stand back and watch.
All right. Phil, we'll check back with you a little bit later. We go now to Mark Greco at the stadium. Mark?
Carol, we are on the floor under the basket where the Bulls wrap this thing
San
up.
Francisco Giants won against the Kansas City Royals in the World Series, and you would guess that people in San Francisco would be celebrating, you know, in a polite way, in a non-violent way, except no, that's not what happened. There were riots, and riot police had to get involved. Pictures show that there were bonfires all over the place, and as a result, officers had to disperse the crowd, which led to quite a bit of violence, okay? So according to the Associated Press, violence left 3 people injured in separate incidents, 2 by gunshots and 1 in a stabbing. The gunshot victims' wounds were non-life-threatening, and upon doing more research later, I didn't read anything about the person who got stabbed dying. But nonetheless, I mean, you have 2 people getting shot after a sports team won a game. And the reason why I'm bringing this story up is because I just don't really understand it. Like, why would you do this? Why would you get violent after your team wins? You should celebrate, absolutely, but why are you going to start fires and start shooting people?
Yeah, I'm half and half on this. So, on the one hand, I get that, you know, you're celebrating, you're probably drunk, you want to have a good time. See, pause right there. Go back to that toilet paper picture, okay? Or whatever those are, right? You want to do this to the town? I love it, okay? You're having a good time. Yeah, it's going to be a pain in the ass to clean up. Yeah, there's going to be costs associated with it. But you just won the World Series. Have fun. They climb on the buses. It's a little dangerous, but I get it. That's still kind of fun, and you're still kind of drunk. Don't touch the wires because the buses in San Francisco are wired. Just be careful, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead. But the half that drives me crazy, and it's not because I'm Grandpa Jank. It drove me crazy when I was a kid too, right? Why are you lighting things on fire?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Philadelphia, 7 years earlier.
UConn crews are still cleaning up after students did some vandalizing on campus overnight while they were celebrating. Channel 3's Luke Hydash is live in stores right now with a closer look at the damage and what happened last night. Luke?
Crews just took off here from the heart of campus as you've got a lot of visitors coming here outside of Gamble Pavilion as you get ready for the men to come back here. This area, this sidewalk here was full of graffiti and different markings on the ground, spray paint, things like that, even some right outside the Jonathan Husky statue. And students were back here in daylight throughout the day taking pictures of all of this. They say they are not surprised that things got out of hand.
It was definitely a highlight of my time here.
Celebrations quickly turned into chaos. Leaving behind boarded up windows, graffiti, even more than a dozen lampposts toppled over.
I don't think it was a surprise. Yeah. I think it was exactly what we were expecting.
Students saw it coming. The men repeated the 2014 championship win. The students repeated the mayhem.
Last night was kind of crazy watching everything happen, but then today it feels like pretty much everyone's going about as normal.
In all, 15 people were arrested. Many were students. UConn says it will punish them, even considering expulsion.
It was just giant crowds, literally people as far as you could see.
Jenna Gall was there. She shot this video of people climbing on top of the student union.
We kind of were just watching everyone pour out of Gamble, and it was like a flood of people.
16 people ended up in the hospital, none of them seriously hurt. As far as how much this is all going to cost the school, UConn leaders say they are still adding up the price tag.
At the end of the day, like, you know, I don't necessarily approve of breaking all the stuff, but like, when it does happen, all you can do is laugh.
Last year in 2024, Los Angeles Dodgers winning the World Series in October.
A joyous celebration Wednesday night on the streets of Los Angeles for the Dodgers' World Series victory turned into bedlam and chaos. Revelers clashing with police, with some throwing projectiles and fireworks at officers. Authorities calling in extra resources. The LAPD sending out an alert on social media about, quote, a hostile crowd surrounding a bus not far from Dodger Stadium around 12:35 a.m. local time. The group setting the bus on fire. Officials say the driver and 5 passengers on board were able to safely evacuate before the fire was ignited. The Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority releasing this statement. Metro is disappointed and angered by the senseless act of vandalism on one of our buses following the Dodgers World Series win. Central Division saying several dispersal orders had been given and arrests had been made. Police have not said how many. Mayor Karen Bass issued a statement shortly after the Dodgers defeated the Yankees in Game 5 to clinch their 8th World Series title. The mayor congratulating the Dodgers and sending out a warning for anyone thinking of causing trouble, saying, quote, violence will not be tolerated. Despite the incidents, the celebration is continuing. The Dodgers will hold a championship parade in downtown Los Angeles on Friday, followed by a ticketed event for fans at Dodger Stadium. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Craig DeGrelli. For more of our
I
stories,
put together this video to bash sports. I love sports. I made it to make a point, is that most sports fans are well-behaved and fine, and most social justice protesters are well-behaved and fine. But what the difference is that years later, we remember the stats, we remember the big victory, we remember the character of the players, the sacrifices they made. But with social justice movements, today it seems like we remember them for riots that happen and so forth. And the social justice issues get smeared. We're not looking at the stats. We're not looking at the issues. And that's where we should focus, not at the small percentage of people who break things, but the majority of people who care about important stuff. God bless America, and God bless you. Have a beautiful day.
When the night has come.